So what exactly is Channergy? Well, it's a back office. So orders and inventory and customer management, purchasing, receiving, reports, emails. It's also a channel manager, communication with Amazon and eBay and other marketplaces, as well as web stores like Shopify and BigCommerce. And that downloads orders and uploads listings and keeps those listings updated across all of those channels. And finally includes a full point of sale system. So let's take a quick tour, an executive overview on what's inside of Channergy, starting with orders. If I go to the order screen, this is an order history. As a manager, you can see all orders for a day. You can look at an individual person. You can look at your Amazon or your eBay orders. Any order you can pop into, you can see the details about it, whether it's been fulfilled or if it's, in this case, waiting to be drop shipped. You can see tracking numbers over here. Details about the products, you can right-click those or hit the F2 key. It gives you a quick overview, and this is your order entry system that your folks use to take orders on the phone or to make changes to orders if a customer calls. Speaking of customers, you can search for a customer, go right to their account or their order. You can search on either one. We'll go to John Smith. This is his contact information. More information about him, discounts that he gets if he's a sales tax exempt customer. And if you get any special prices on products, maybe you do wholesale, all his orders are right here, regardless of what channel it's from. Amazon, walked in the store, talked to somebody on the phone. You can get details on those. You can jump into an order, just like the order screen we were on before, and take a look at it. There's a CRM, a full contact log. You can see what your folks are doing. They had a conversation with the customer, who had it, when they had it. There's reports on all of this too. We'll visit that shortly. Inventory. Let's get out of this and jump into the inventory section. This is where your products exist in Channergy. And then on top of that, how do you get those products to Amazon and eBay and the other channels? So all the details about the product, the various prices that you have for both your retail folks, your web stores, and there's individual listing level prices as well we'll look at in a minute. Stock levels that tell you how much you have in stock, where those items are. You can have as many locations as you want. You can have drop shippers in this location. You can mix those up, put the cheaper drop shippers in front of the more expensive ones and change that as it changes daily or hourly. You can discontinue items, and in that case you don't want to continue to be sold, but there's substitutions as well so that folks can buy something else if that's out of stock. We can proactively send emails to them so your folks don't have to call and tell them, hey, this is out of stock, do you want this other item? You can set reorder thresholds, so when it's time to order more, it automatically creates purchase orders that your purchasing folks can modify before they submit to vendors and then receive. You can make kits, so items made up of other items can be made up of as many as you like. You can pull those on the fly. We can base pricing on that. We can tell you quantities available of each individual item. You can have as many suppliers on a product as you like, along with all their information. You can use barcodes anywhere in the system. You can scan a supplier barcode. You can scan a barcode that you create with Channergy from your own product number. You can use a UPC barcode. Your folks on the floor selling retail, your folks that are receiving merchandise, the ones that are packing boxes, it doesn't matter which barcode they scan. We'll resolve it back to the product number. You can have attachments at the product level, pictures, PDF files, Word docs, anything that's relevant to it. We talked about channels. You can have Amazon, eBay, Rakuten, Sears, Walmart, Jet, there's a ton of them. And stores like Volusion or Shopify or BigCommerce. All of these can have within them their own listings. They can have as many listings as you want. Each one can have its own price. It can keep track of its own stock. They can just share stock. If you have 10 and you sell 3, they'll all change to 7. We'll upload 7 to all those channels to keep them in sync. Or you can specify, I just want to commit 2 on Amazon. When those orders come in, just like the orders we saw on the order screen earlier, they'll be ready to process and you can fulfill them. Purchasing and receiving, you can create POs, or we can simply create them for you automatically. We'll do it based on those reorder thresholds, but we can also do it on your business rules. Maybe you want to do it based on Christmas season, or maybe you're a summer company, or maybe you want to look at the last 3 months. But you still have the option to edit it. If you don't agree with what we came up with, maybe you want to order more. Maybe your prices have changed. Maybe you get discounts from vendors. We can calculate that, put it in there. We can warn you when you're not hitting minimum quantities. And when you're ready, you can print it, or you can fax it, or you can email it as a PDF straight to the vendor. Or we can just do a feed so they get it automatically. When you're ready to receive merchandise, you can go to the Receive Inventory feature, receive as many items on those POs as you want, as many times as you want. You can receive multiple POs at the same time. You can receive partial and receive them to different locations, maybe not their default physical location, but maybe a different place, another store, another warehouse, another vendor. When you receive them, that count immediately goes into inventory. It's available for your folks to turn around and fill back orders with, and for listings to show on channels so that people can buy them on Amazon and your web store. Speaking of fulfillment and back orders, if you go into our shipping, you can do fulfillment either one at a time, or you can do it for multiples. If you do it back orders, you can refresh that list. It'll show you what's in back order status, fill it. It'll take care of it by fulfilling all the items and releasing it into the queue. Charge them if they need to be charged. If they've already paid, they'll go forward either way to the invoicing tab. Here you can do batching. It's designed to be super and simple. Pickers and packers do not need to think. At most, they would choose a batch number and then print whatever you want. Pick lists, packing lists, invoices. We have an invoice set up here, so it would print it for all of these that you see. And this is a quick review of what our invoice looks like. Uses our report writer. Fully customizable. You can move things around, put your logo on it, make it fit a pre-printed form. It's got its own query tool. If you have somebody that knows how to use Access, this will be immediately apparent to them. They have tables, they have fields, they can put filters and prompts on it. It's a super powerful tool that's included in the system. Items, when they ship, will clear off of this list. At the end of the day, if you refresh it, it should be empty. If not, something didn't go out. You cannot under or over ship. Our box scanning lets you do individual scanning of orders. So you can scan a box number or an order number, scan items into the box. This one has one, but if you had multiples, you could start new boxes. You could weigh them as you go, print labels or print invoices or packing lists with peel-off labels. Get them out the door, and just like the other orders, they'll go into the shipping tab and clear out there. So you cannot under over ship, and you cannot under or over or mispack a box using this system. Right, those are some of the big things that we do. Let's go into some minor things that are important to you, like operator IDs or security. You can set up tags for your stores so we know where those orders came from, and for users. Users can have limits on what they can get into. You can restrict them to their own orders and customers or to a group. You can limit what screens they have access to. And in the case of a system administrator, you would give them these preferences access so you could do more granular stuff. Maybe you don't want them changing payments on orders or which operator entered it, etc. And we will track all that information for you. We do gift certificates. We calculate sales tax. We can calculate shipping and add it to an order. We can also talk to shipping software like FedEx, UPS, HarveySoft, Indicia Pro, Stamps.com. There's a ton that we support. Your shipping can, when you talk to someone on the phone, can do flat charges. It can do by order total, can do by weight. We can load rates and zone charts from your services like UPS or FedEx, and those can stack. The ones that come in from the web are going to come in exactly the way they are, but we'll track that shipping charge for you against your cost and let you know if you're making or losing money, so you can adjust it on the web too. We do variations. Subproducts is a quick tool for creating size and color, and it will do thousands of products at a time. Put it into your system so you don't have to have folks typing 5 or 10 or 100,000 products because they have long sleeves and collars and shirt lengths and colors, etc. The report writer I mentioned is here. About 100 different reports you can run on just by clicking on them. You can get help on the reports here. It'll tell you all about them, show you a quick thumbnail. If you want to see what reports are, you can jump to associated reports. You can scroll through these and see all the various reports that we offer. More than likely, you'll have report sets that we'll create for you, or you'll have a person on site that does report sets. Those can pop up and be available on the screen. They can print out. They can email to you, so they're just in your inbox. You can design your own reports. You can choose from ours. If you design your own, they show up here. So if you want to come to the dashboard and just run one on the fly, you can do it, or just look for that inbox. And then there's tons of help for your folks. There's video tutorials on all the major stuff. So if you have an order operator come in for Christmas, they can watch 1 or 2 videos and learn how to do orders very quickly. Same for point of sale. If you do retail, there's point of sale videos. There's also help files on absolutely everything. There's a support forum. You can ask questions of us and other users. And we have phone and email support. Email support's free for current users. Phone support is inexpensive at $7.50 right now for a 5-hour block. And that never expires, so you use it as you need it. So that is a general overview of it. One of the questions you might be asking yourself is, why don't I just go get one of the channel management tools that's out there? And the short answer to that is they won't have the back office. They won't have the orders and the customer management and the CRM and purchasing and receiving. They'll have bits and pieces of it. They may use third-party disparate systems that they cobble together. Few systems have an entire suite available, and none in this price class. So we stand out, we're different, we're unique. We also have dedicated support coming from our Boulder offices, from level 3 techs that know what they're talking about. No outsourcing, nobody reading from a knowledge base. We get to know your folks. We can help you grow your company. We can write scripts and reports for you. Scripts are very powerful. They can do things outside the scope of the regular program without us having to do custom development. They're inexpensive, or you can do it yourself and hire a college kid to write a script. They can do things like import and export, change prices across a group of products, remove things from listings on Amazon, put them on eBay, etc. So the limit is your imagination. So that's the executive overview of Channergy. We encourage you to look at some of the other overviews and even in-depth detailed items like order entry if you care about that, or listings, etc. It's all on our website. You can skip the ones you don't want to watch, or you can watch the whole thing. Thanks for visiting.